Welcome back to day 10 of 30 apps in 30 days. Every day by midnight, our app must be out to production. And if it's not, then we spin the forfeit wheel.
Last night was tough.
We're back at the wheel. Let's give it a spin. Oh, maybe this plan is falling flat. Oh, I like this one. That's pretty nice. Tell you what, we're giving HelloFresh a run for their money here, aren't we? The past couple days have been rough, but today we're going to break that spell.
I'm so hungry this morning. Got the eggs, the bacon, the Chick-fil-A.
I don't know how anyone could do a pure Huel diet.
Last night was tough. I was actually pretty buzzing for the app. We had it in a pretty solid place where, you know, get out some organic thumbnails, it'll give you some packaging ideas. You can see it in a nice matrix. But just that deployment, I think what I need to do is today, super simple project, just get the wheel going again. B, take a day and just be like, okay, today's the orphan payments day. We're gonna pick our stack and we're gonna work out exactly how to get that all working so that the rest of the project, we don't have this. Because I'm failing all my projects because of this pretty much. You know, I came close to failure in one of the first videos because of it. And now again, so I would like to still keep using Convex. I did put a tweet out to the Convex CTO who got back to me. He said, a couple of people have also said about Polar, but I guess we got to spin the wheel to stay true to the challenge. So stay tuned to today's video.
We're back at the wheel. Let's give it a spin. Not as excited for this one, to be honest, but let AI decide what we build. I know I spoke about it in yesterday's video, but it could be for an interesting challenge. Right, let's go. Oh, that was bloody close to coming back with a shaved head. That was bloody close. Okay, treadmill. As if I'm not tired enough. And now I've got to get on the treadmill.
All right, so back on the treadmill, we do have this walking pad here, which luckily hasn't been used in a little while, to be fair, but it's gonna get good use today. Let's set it up. All right, so there you have it. There's the treadmill. Let's get on. There we go. We got the mic set up. We got the laptop there. I guess that's us for the day now. All right, I'll see you back on the screen recorder.
Hopefully this isn't going to make anyone like motion sick. I think if I had my phone recording again, it might have done with the camera, but anyway, let's just get kicked off. Today we're not doing anything crazy. After a crazy vibe code build, maybe today's not your day.
A few moments later.
All right guys, we are back in business. Not gonna lie, last 2 days have been rough, but we've called in the reserves here. We've got the white monster on deck. We just trained some jiu-jitsu. I'm walking on the treadmill now, but not gonna lie, my toe is hurting. But what can you do? Our start this morning to our product wasn't great, was it? So we're back to the drawing board. We're back to the idea board. Yeah, like I said, you could probably tell I was probably a bit down in the dumps in the last few clips. I think what we can look at here is that all this pain and suffering here is not only going to make my builds better and faster in future, so that there's less frictions pushing out to prod, but also to anyone watching as I'm going through and discovering and solving these problems, that should help you out as well. And like I said, hopefully by the end of this challenge, we've got a bulletproof method, bulletproof stack. It's the same with the Shadcien. Like, we've had issues there. Like yesterday, we didn't have that problem. So we are moving in the right direction. It's like editing the video, which I haven't even done today, and then doing the product, which is pretty chill. It's then like doing the deployment. Again, today we are going to have to do something simple, a simple product. I don't know what that is yet. It's not a number plate finder. And then in tomorrow's product, I think tomorrow what we are going to do is we're going to try and nail auth payments or whatever. That's going to be the main goal. We might not ship the best product, but you better bet that it's going to have a paywall on there. So yeah, that's where we're at. We got the monster. We got the vibes back. Let's get it. All right, I'm not going to lie. My hips are hurting already, and we're barely even started on the build. As you can see here, we're just putting together a little user map of our app today, which is a meal prep shopping list creator. So maybe having meal replacement shakes yesterday as a forfeit meant that food is on my mind, especially a nice breakfast this morning. And I'm looking forward to all my meals for the rest of the week. And hopefully we don't have that as another forfeit. And the other problem that I always have is I go into a supermarket. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm going to eat for the week. Maybe I have a few meals knocking around my head. But here on the channel, we don't just say, oh, we could just do something easy and say, hey, pick from 5 meals and then we'll give you an ingredients list. Yeah, okay, we could do that. You could also do that with ChatGPT. But we got to take things to the next level. So what I've referenced before is my man Ethan here. He's got this video, how to cook healthy meals and never run out of ideas. You've probably seen him before. You've probably seen this dude before. He has a super successful YouTube channel, and I think he used to be a consultant, so he thinks about frameworks and ways of thinking about cooking and eating healthy. And what frameworks are good for, building apps from those frameworks to make it easier to digest, easier to use. And to be fair, it looks like he's got this Kickstarter here where he's raised nearly £200,000 for an app. I haven't looked at it, but I assume it's solving the same problems he does in his videos. But anyway, we're going to take that tiny framework today that he has here, which I really like. It's basically about layering on different techniques and having a simple way of thinking about putting your meals together. Essentially, you start with a seasoning technique, then you apply it to a protein, and then you put it on a form factor like over rice, taco, pasta, and then you add condiments and toppings, and you have lovely, healthy, clean meals. So I want to use this. I want to create a directory of meals that come from this framework, and then I want to create ingredients lists from that. So I can go to this site at the start of the week, I can pick a bunch of meals, and then it will give me a list. And I know that with that list, it's not going to be a super complex list, and B, I know that I'm not going to have to follow any silly recipes with stories and spend hours in the kitchen. We don't want to be doing that. So that's today's challenge. We're not doing auth, we're not doing payments, we're keeping it simple today. But as I said, we start on the landing page, and you can put in, do you want 2, 3, 4 servings per meal, browse meals, select 3 to 5 meals, review your week, highlight, and there might be some shared ingredients, but maybe that'll be a later feature. We'll generate a shopping list, and then export happy days, framework based, all meals, simple recipes, smart grouping. Well, you know what? There we have it. And we could do something that is a bit smarter with the shared ingredients, like I said, but let's start simple. As we saw in the past 2 days videos, simple is good. Simple means shipped. Maybe that's another little phrase for the channel. Alright, so now what we're doing, we're saying, can you make a bit of a master prompt for this to pass to my AI engineer, Mr. Claude? This is a wonky. Oh, nearly fell off the treadmill. So I think we're going to pass this into Convex Chef today, just because it will get all the back end work in here without any fuss. It's like this is a bit weird to say, but it's a bit like that abusive relationship. I keep going back to it, even though it hurts me, but I have such a good experience with it when it works. And it's not Convex's fault, by the way. It's a skill issue. It's definitely not Convex. I just need to learn how to use it properly and not scramble right at the last minute to do it. Let's not go to Content UAV. Let's go to Convex Chef, Mr. Chef. What do we want to serve? Oh, we definitely don't want to use 4.1 mini. Surprised I haven't got GPT-5 in here. Prompt exceeds. Don't know if we should use AI for... Alright, we're back. There we go. Let's punch that in. It's probably going to rip through. Oh, there we go. We got a referral in our last video. Again, if you want to use Convex Chef to experience the magic of this, I'll put the link down there. Helps us get started quickly in these projects. Alright, so we punched in this to Convex. It's chugging away. Massaging kale. I like it to get. I like a bit of creativity on this sort of stuff. Keep it up. Come on. Alright, so it's given us auth out the gate here, which it must have known my pain yesterday. Blacking and meal prep. Okay, so apparently we've only got that one seasoning technique, which basically is seasoning it, just covering it in seasoning, right? And then cooking it there. So if I do pork chop, chicken wrap, generate shopping list. Failed to generate shopping list. I guess I need to add my API key. Right, over to Name Game Strong, a meal prep website that uses proven and simple, healthy recipe techniques. Cracked Chef, Smart Chef. I need to get my Namecheap affiliate in. We actually did get the link. We've not had time to crack that one in just yet. Let's check that. Prep Smart. Cooking Crack Up. No way. Cookcracked.com. Crack Eats. I like them. Man, I'm like struggling. I walk a lot. I play a lot of golf. I should be better walking, but something about this treadmill. Doing my hips. Maybe my posture. I don't know. Let's give this a go then. Generate shopping list. I put in my API key, so we've got that. Too many spices overlap between seasoning techniques. Oh, many. That was like a warning sign. Cool. View recipe. Nice. Mix all spices together. Pound chicken breast. Here's cast iron skillet. Cook chicken for 6-7 minutes. Warm tortillas, assemble wraps of lettuce. Look at that. Nice, simple, delicious, healthy meal. I might actually make this for dinner. I'm happy with that. Let's download this code and get running locally. So to do that, got a zip file here. Let's bring that cracked cooks. Bring that here. Cook. Okay, here we go. So let's bring up Ghostly our terminal. You can also just use terminal in Mac. CD into the directory here. Let us fire up Mr. Claude and say, hey, please set up this convex project so we can run it locally. All the best. Don't actually know, I can't remember what the process is here. After we've got this running locally, I need to sit down a second because my hips are killing. Alright, and just like that, we've got this cooking. Sign in as anonymous. We've got crack cooks here. We got that. Let's generate shopping list. I don't know if that API key will work, but maybe it is. Yep, we do have it in here, and we've got a combined shopping list now, which is super sweet. And we've got our recipes here. This is really cool. This is really cool. I'm already pumped to use this, which is a good sign that other people might be. Solve your own problems. There's a good chance other people may also want to use them. So let's rest the legs for a second. When we're resting the legs, we're not allowed to build. That's the rules, right? Let's take 5. Watch out. Okay, so we got this running locally now. What we want to do now is add some more recipes to it. Now, can you make a framework that you, Claude Code, can use to create more recipes? Here is the original script and a graph, the framework. Copy image, paste that in. Control V, not Command V. So I want it to create a plan that we can programmatically create recipes. And what that means is it's going to take the framework for it and then create a bit of a system, its own instructions to then create a bunch more recipes from it. So then I can go on, select like from an infinite list of recipes, not infinite. Then I know that each one is going to have a similar structure. It's going to be easy to make. It's going to be cruisy, and then you can eat very well that week. I like it. I like it. Okay, here's what we are trying to do in the next half hour. We want to get some more recipes up. We want to clean up the UX. Maybe we could experiment with generating a few images for the ingredients list, but that is not super important. I'm not going to lie, this treadmill is making me want to wrap up this project. So let's see, where are we at? So it's using OpenAI to generate. Don't want OpenAI to do it. So I'm just asking it to do it now, basically. I guess Claude Code maybe doesn't know who me or Claude is. I.e., does it know that Claude Code is Claude Code? I'm not trying to use this mic as I'm walking. It's not easy. Maybe I should have got the old chest mic today. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. Literally. Right, let's do an old-fashioned paper list. I wonder if we could have a bit of fun with Flux now, seeing as it hurt us the other day. I wonder if we could use it to make some images for the recipes. Let's give it a go. Move this mic a bit closer. Chicken wrap with salad inside. Maybe we could have a standardized way of doing these. Make me a standardized, bright, fresh style. Menu, prompt, style, image, photo. Maybe give me 3 prompts to try. Let's try that. Not bad. Maybe this is a product in itself. Ah, that's a bit shit. Top down. Oh, I like this one. That's pretty nice. Pretty good. But maybe the first one. Let's try it one more time. Give me another another variation of prompt 1. And then what we can do here is when we get Claude to generate the items, we can also get it to generate these. So you see how even though when we failed with this API the other day, we're still using it in our projects. No, a different meal. Nice, that is cool. That's cool. Let's do, so what we can do is go to Claude and say, make them tasty. I will say each one we generate should also have a photo generated alongside it. And this is going to bring the app to life. So we have a consistent vibe. I'm saying vibe a lot. And then I'll paste in this API stuff. And if you're obviously using Python, you do that. And again, we don't need to understand every line. We're just giving Claude the right context. So we do need to learn what context we need to give it. But I'll get that far enough. I'm going to ask it to give me a plan. And then I'm going to say, sweet, go ahead and do 30. And then that'll chug on. And then in the meantime, we'll just try and come up with the last bits we need to do. I think the other thing that we're going back to here is that notion that we've spoken about in a few videos where we're taking pre-existing systems, frameworks, structured ways of doing things, and then our software is automating that process instead of trying to do something but not really knowing what the process is that we do. So in this case, we're taking that cooking framework. In the domain finder process, we're taking the system of going to AI to ideate and then search, and we're just automating that. The thumbnail video yesterday, we're doing the actual process that I did. Obviously, we took another L on that one, but it looks like this is doing a bit of overcomplicated cooking, trying to come up with these recipes, but let's give it some space. I'm actually out of the house this evening, so there might be a day break in the videos. Hopefully I can get this sorted very quick, and then tonight I can just focus and ship the video once I'm back. Okay, so for some reason it's made a button to trigger the generation, so I've just basically said please confirm that it is going to use the system and framework that we were just talking about, and it's saying your system follows learn a seasoning technique, pick a random one. So we've got store of the seasoning techniques, pick a random protein, pick a random form factor. I don't want it to just be stitched together random ingredients though. Okay, so now it's going to give them, okay, let us try and get it going in a sec. The recipe generation, is this going to work? No, does it? Yeah, this isn't the best way to do it, but they say you figure out a better way of doing it once you've done it. Oh, we're probably trying to do a bunch of API calls right at the same time. Scrap this approach. Can you just come up with 30 recipes based on the framework? You know it. And then make a script that we can run in the background that will go through and create a picture for each one. And then once we've done that, all the user does is select it, and then we use AI to make the shopping list, don't we? So let's just not worry about writing the actual recipe now. We can just create the shopping list, because we're going to have different, we're going to say, oh, do you want it for 2 or 3 people or whatever? Let's keep it simple. I need to put the aircon on again. It's getting hot in here with... So the annoying thing here is it's written me a script to make the recipes. I just want it to give me a list. Honestly, I just want it to give me a list. So I'm just going to say here, this better not write me a script as well. Maybe they've just made it so Claude Code doesn't use Claude on top of Claude Code to do like other tasks. Again, why is it doing that? So annoying. It's so simple. Just oh man, I'm losing patience again. Okay, it did work to be fair. And the emojis are quite nice to be fair. Don't know why, but building with convex, it just seems like things work. And I'm always like, oh, this is a bit complicated, it won't work. But it just does. For example, I was like, oh, can you make it so users can go back to shopping history? So now we can come back here, we can see our shopping history. So you got the list here, and then you can view the recipe, nice and easy. And yeah, man, I respect that. I think it's all in like one window, which is funny. It's like a full-on web app, but that's fine. That's why I went to click back. Why is it image? Why are you... Maybe that's like a convex thing that it does. I don't know. See what it does. I do need to wrap this up now though. Add images to recipes. Why can't I just do it? Add images. There you go. Nice. Awesome. Make them bigger like on HelloFresh. This isn't going to work, is it? This is looking nice to be fair. Ooh. Maybe it needs... Claude should be able to trigger it. Add new recipes or add images. I don't know. So there's a convex expert here. Is this in the convex rules? Is this like a... Oh, look at that. That is looking nice. I think these are all using ByteDance's image generation. I'll tell you what, I'm happy with that. Okay, we're moving. Maybe this treadmill's giving us some good vibes as we move through this. What it definitely has done, like I said, is make me want to wrap it up because my hips are cooked. I should have tracked how far we've walked. We're only walking about 1 mile an hour, so I guess I can work it out. Let's do one final test, and then we can worry about deployment later. As I say that sounds dumb. Okay, here we are again, back in the convex deployment. So this time we're asking convex AI, please walk us through. Override the build command. Okay, yes sir. We've done that. Yep. So now we need the key. Settings. Deploy key. Generate production deploy key. 1. Copy. Value. Convex deploy key in the environment variable. Deploy. First cell will handle it automatically. What about the convex auth? Maybe that will work. Production environment variables. The easiest way is to run the convex auth setup script with the prod flag. This will set up the necessary environments in your production deployment. If you skip this, you may see, if I do this, do I do this from my local proj? How will it know about my production convex environment? Yes, you should run in your local project directory. This script will know about your production convex. Okay, let's try that then. Let's see if that works. I think I did this last time and I remember having some errors. Do I just give it the cell domain for now? If you've been prompted, you should have. Okay, yeah, we can. Let's just do that. By the way, let's give it a go. Okay, but that will probably not work. Look at us deploying before midnight. Apparently this is working. It's funny how you can come back the next day and things will apparently work. So let's sign up here. Alex plus 1. Wow, okay. Hold your horses, folks, because we can't see anything. Deep breaths. So I'm wondering if the meals are... Okay, yeah, it's just a database thing. I was wondering if the meals were just generated per user. because we had those buttons. Maybe in development it thought that everyone would just come up with their own recipes. Isn't the worst thing, but it's a bit dull. Come on, get me off this treadmill. Guess what? I'm nearly deploying already, Mo. And let's test out this while we do it. Alex +1. There we go. Auth is working. Praise the Auth gods. Okay, the mills are in. Actually, maybe I spoke too soon here. Mills. That doesn't look right, does it? Development. Okay, at least they're all here, unless they're like assigned to a user. So here is all the data in Combat. Yes, you're absolutely right. Oh, never heard you. I've never heard you say that before, Claude. Claude is a very posh name, isn't it? So I guess Combat Chef actually helped us with just getting that auth working out the gate. So that is nice. Tell you what, we're giving HelloFresh a run for their money here, aren't we? And I think there we have it, folks. Out on deployment today with auth. It's a Christmas miracle. crackedcooks.forsale.app. We've got 30 recipes here based on a good framework for healthy, easy cooking. So let's say we're going to get some of these jerk potato bowls, Korean lettuce wraps, and the Korean tofu. Take it easy on the meat. Lovely AI generated images there. I must say, we are giving HelloFresh a run for its money. We're going to generate this shopping list. What that is going to do is find all the ingredients we need for that. Obviously, if you're cooking for more people, increase the quantity there. A little pro tip there for you as well. And then for selected meals, you've got a little very simple recipe. Mix of spices, roast them, grilled chicken, layer sweet potato. There you go. We keep things simple on this channel. We cook our wraps simply. We cook our meals simply. And that's what we're doing. Anyway, we've been to auth hell and back, but I'm feeling optimistic about the future of our builds and the future of auth and payments. It's sounding very inspirational, aren't I? But yeah, bit more of a chill build today, but hopefully still useful to users. It's useful to me. I'm going to be using it. I'm going to maybe add some more recipes to it. Maybe we'll even add some nicer photos to it. Do give it a spin. Links in the description. And until tomorrow, all the best.